Hey guys, it's Average Adam here, and we're here to talk about the last of the Goblins versus Gnomes cards. Just yesterday, they announced the full list of all the cards that came out, showing us all the remaining ones we had not seen yet. Goblins vs. Gnomes also launches on Monday, this Monday, next week. I am so excited. With this expansion, we are getting, I got my numbers here, 123 new collectible cards come out of a new booster pack, 14 tokens on top of that, 7 of them are spare parts cards, of which there are 51 neutral cards, 72 class cards, 8 class cards per class, 2 commons, 3 rares, 2 epics, and 1 legendary for every class. And then of the entire set, there are 21 new legendaries, 25 epic cards, 37 rares, and 40 commons. This is going to be huge. And this video is going to be kind of long. I'm going to go as quick as I can to get you through all these cards. There's like 61 new cards I have to go through that I've not talked about yet. So, first off, I do want to talk about the changes. There are 3 cards that are getting nerfed in the next expansion. They're being nerfed by 1 mana cost, just because these cards were so prominent in certain decks that they would win most of their games because of it. So the first card is Gadget Zan Auctioneer. Cost went up by 1. It used to be 5 cost. So rogues, you're going to have 1 more turn that you have to wait in order to start your Miracle. Okay? Miracle Rogue has been slowed down just a little bit, but I don't think it's going to affect it that much. It'll still exist out there in one way or another. Next we got Soulfire. No longer free, Warlocks. Sorry. Zoo and Handlock, eat it. This card needed a nerf, and I'm very happy it did. 4 cost, you still have to, 1 cost. There's a cost on it now. It takes a mana to do. You can't just throw it at me for free anymore. Still does 4 damage, still discards a card. It's balanced. I will take it. And the last card that got nerfed is Flare. Hunter Flare, the reason they did this is because they want the draw value of a card to pretty much be 2 every time. 2 mana seems to be the number that everyone's leaning towards for draws, and then some other little effect is usually thrown with it, whether it's a Gnomish Inventor that gives you a 1/1 with the draw, or some other effect. So this is now a 2 cost, it destroys all secrets, and you get that draw. So these 3 cards were raised by 1 mana. Those are the only balance changes they did to cards. I was kind of wishing they'd have a little more, but I'll take it. This is fine. It's going to fix a few decks, and I am okay with it. So let's start things off right away with one of my favorite cards. I was hoping this guy would get his own card, and he did. He got his own legendary. It's Gazlowe. 6 cost for a 3/6. Whenever you cast a 1 mana spell, add a random mech to your hand. Ooh, Gazlowe looks like so much fun. In a mech deck, definitely going to be throwing him in there. Mech deck that runs a lot of 1 mana spells. I think rogues are going to be very good with this because they have a lot of really cheap spells. Possibly mages too, if they have their sorcerer's apprentices on the field. But Gazlowe, great legendary. I love him. I hope I draw him. I really hope I pull him. So, all right. Next we got Flying Machine. 3 costs for a 1/4 Wind Fury. Once again, they're trying to take abilities that aren't used that much between different classes, and they're trying to mix them around a little bit. This is nice. It gets the mech synergy, and it gives Wind Fury to classes that would not otherwise have it. I like this guy. And next, we got the Force Tank Max. 8 cost for a 7/7 Divine Shield mech. Not bad. I suppose for the stats, you get what you get, and it'll be interesting to see if anyone actually runs these in their mech decks, but we'll see. Next, we got the Goblin Stalker. This is kind of an underwater goblin. For those of you that played Cataclysm, there's an underwater zone, and these guys were quite prominent down there. 2 costs for a 2/3 stealth. Decent stats, so you might get some play here and there. Not that bad. Next, Yeti. You are now obsolete. Well, maybe not completely obsolete, because this guy does have a little drawback, but the Mechanical Yeti, a new Yeti. It's the same stats as the Yeti, only it's a mech, and when it dies, it gives a spare part to each player. Not bad, actually. I think he's going to replace a lot of Yetis, especially anyone that's running mechs, because he'll get mech synergy, mech buffs, cheaper cost, you know, all those cool little mech synergies out there. So, Mechanical Yeti, it's pretty cool. Next, we got the Nomergon Infantry. I never understood why they wore diving helmets, but okay. 3 costs for a 1/4 Charge Taunt. Not bad. Kind of an annoying little guy. He's not a mech, but he might see use. I don't know if he will, but it's alright. It's a charge. Charge is always useful, right? Can take out little weak minions. We got another ogre here. Ogre Brute. I love the ogres. 3 cost for 4/4. Amazing, but 50% chance to attack the wrong enemy like all other ogres. They don't care what they hit as long as they hit something. Pretty cool. Alright, next we got a new kind of thing here. Trogs have been introduced into the game. They have their own little unique mechanic that has to do with whenever an opponent casts a spell, something happens. And there's 3 of these guys. This is the cheap one. 2 cost for a 2/3. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, gain 1 attack. Not bad. It kind of makes people not want to play spells as much. Kind of a Lotheb-ish. Making opponents have to think before they use their spells. Or not being able to use their spells because of this card. Not bad. He's a nice Trog. Then we have his older brother here. The Burly Rockjaw Trog. 4 costs for a 3/5. Whenever your opponent casts a spell, gain 2 attack power. Once again, not bad. I like it. And then they have their older brother, a legendary card. Trogzor, the Earthinator. 7 costs for a 6/6. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, summon a Burly Rockjaw Trog. This guy right here. So, really, really interesting, the synergy between these guys. They don't have synergy between them altogether, but these guys have an amazing ability that can swarm the opponents. If this guy is played, you do not want to give your guy free Burly Rockjaw Trogs. They're just, nah. You just don't want to do it. It's just too good. So, yeah, Trogs. They're coming. I thought that just mechs and ogres would be enough, but no, we got Trogs too. Lots of fun. Alright, next guy. Let me scroll down my list here. I got them all kind of organized. Let's see here. We got Arcane Nullifier X21. 4 cost for a 2/5 mech. Taunt and can't be targeted by spells or hero powers. Nullifies magic. I like that card, actually. Very annoying to deal with. It's got a high health pool, so it's kind of hard to take out. And you can only kill it with AoE spells or, well, it's kind of a big health minion, so most AoE spells won't be able to kill it. And, I apologize for the music. I'm actually playing the Hearthstone soundtrack. I hope it sounds okay, but yeah, 4 cost for a 2/5 mech. It's not bad. It's got taunt. People have to run into it with their own minions. It can't be touched by spells. So, something that people have to trade minions into. That's always good, right? He'll fit in any mech deck. Alright, next we got the Kazan Mystic. I like this chick. She's really good. 4 cost for a 4/3. Take control of a random enemy secret. Yes! You have the power to steal secrets now. I don't think you'll ever want to run 2 of these in a deck, but running 1 in a deck could be very useful. I mean, just in case. I mean, 3 of the 9 classes. So you have a 1 in 3 chance to be fighting a class with secrets. And you can steal them with a battle cry. That's really cool. Another awesome mechanic. The mechanics they're adding to this game are absolutely amazing, and I love it. This game is getting so much love, and it hasn't even been a year since launch, and we already got more cards coming. So excited. Alright, next we got the Mini Mage. A little gnome mage guy. 4 cost for a 4/1. Stealth spell damage +1. Not bad. It's another neutral spell damage card, and we have a few of those now, but this is another option. It can't be touched except by AoE. So that's really, really nice. I don't know if any spell damage decks will run it, but who knows? It could see some play here and there. It's an epic too, which, we'll see. Next we got, this one kind of made me laugh a little bit, the Target Dummy. Oh, Target Dummy, where have you been all my life? 0 cost for a 0/2 taunt. Infinitely better than the Wisp because it's a mech and it's got more stats than the Wisp. Well, actually no, it's got the same stats, but it's got taunt, so it's got one more thing than the Wisp. It's got move the health around, so one of the health went into the, no, one of the attack went into the health, and it got taunt. So this guy, really annoying, I think in rush mech decks, this is going to be useful, because it does get mech synergy with mech buffs, mech attack power buffs, things like that. I like Target Dummy. He should be very interesting. I think we'll be seeing a lot of him here and there. Next, we got the Hobgoblin. This guy's really, really cool. I like this guy. This guy can be a deck, well, not by himself, but he could be a theme in a deck. 3 costs for a 2/3. Whenever you play a 1 attack minion, give it +2/+2. He doesn't get buffed, but any minions you play get buffed. So you play a 1/1, it becomes a 3/3. Amazing. This guy is really cool, and I look forward to seeing some of the combos he can pull out. Alright, next we got the Junk Bot. 5 cost for a 1/5 mech. Whenever a friendly mech dies, gain +2/+2. So he's one of those guys you set on the side. Pretty much you play him out when you know you're going to have to trade out a lot of mechs. And they'll die, but he'll get buffed. So he could ultimately be worth more than he actually is worth if you get him on the field. So, value. Lots of value by throwing mechs away for making him a little bit bigger. I like it. Alright, next we got the Fell Reaver. I was wondering if this would be making it in here and there, but it did. I'm not too excited about the Fell Reaver. 5 cost for an 8/8 mech. Whenever your opponent plays a card, discard the top 3 cards of your deck. This has Millhouse kind of written on it, as in, I don't want to do that. That's going to hurt me a lot more than it's going to help me. Someone might want to play it, maybe in a rush deck. I don't know. It just seems that the drawbacks are really large. 3 cards is a lot to discard. And if your opponent will take full advantage of this, especially because the game right now is running around smaller cost minions as opposed to larger. So it's not whenever an opponent casts a spell, it's whenever an opponent plays a card. I don't like that. I really don't like that. I don't know if I'm going to ever use this guy, but it might find a niche somewhere in this new meta. Alright. Hemet Nessingwary. He's that dwarf. He's always out hunting big game creatures out in pretty much every expansion. He was kind of left off to the side this last expansion, but this current expansion. But yeah, 5 cost for 6/3. Destroy a beast. I don't really know about this one because only one class really mains beasts most of the time, the hunters. And they're kind of giving them a little bit to druids, but I'll get to that in just a minute. Yeah, destroys a beast. Might be good, might not. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if he gets any play. Alright, next we got, I like this guy, Mogor the Ogre. Well, the Ogre. But 6 cost for 7/6, great stats, but all minions have a 50% chance to attack the wrong enemy. That's all minions, yours and your opponent's. This guy can create some pretty crazy chaos, so I like this. Wow, I mean, just all their minions, they have all these minions, they may not want to attack because they may be attacking the things they don't want to attack. This guy becomes a prime target. Any character or any minion that becomes an instant threat, like a threat that needs to be dealt with right away, I like those because those are just so much more fun to play around with. This guy, I think, will be a lot of fun. I look forward to seeing him in play. Alright, so now we are done with the neutrals. There's a few more I'll get to, but they're kind of, I have mixed in with the class cards here. So I'm going to start off with the rogue cards. And first off, they have a new weapon here, Cogmaster's Wrench. 3 cost for a 1 attack power, 3 durability weapon. Has +2 attack while you have a mech. So it's actually a 3/3 for 3 while you have a mech active. So this will go in rogue mech decks. Most of the classes have 1 to 4 cards that synergize with mechs, but I'll get to that in a minute. I'm going to actually show all the class cards at the end here as I go through the classes. So Cogmaster's Wrench, not a bad weapon, and I'm sure all rogues will use it in their mech decks. So then we have next thing we got, where is it here? Here it is. Tinker's Sharp Sword Oil. 4 cost, give your weapon +3 attack. It's like an overpowered deadly poison, but give a random friendly minion +3 attack if you combo it. That alone makes it super value, and I like this card. I mean, rogues are going to have some serious fun with this one. Definite fun with that one. Okay, so next. This one's going to seem a little odd, and like I said earlier on, they're trying to push certain themes onto classes that didn't necessarily use those themes. With the rogue, they're pushing pirates. 2 cost for a 4/1 pirate. Whenever you summon a pirate, gains stealth. He's not bad. He's a decent guy. Dies to any AoE pretty much. You want to synergize him with another pirate when you play him first off, but he's not bad. So rogues are going to need to try out pirates for more than one reason. There are 2 more neutral pirates being added this game. Here is the Salty Dog. 5 cost for a 7/4 pirate. He's not bad. He'll synergize with other pirates. And the last one is the Ship's Cannon. This will make pirates infinitely more attractive. 2 cost for a 2/3. Whenever you summon a pirate, deal 2 damage to a random enemy. It's a cheap card, you play it, and then you start playing pirates. and you start cannon bombing all over the field. I love it. Pirates are going to be so much more fun. Not just the rogue can use it, but rogues I think might lean a little bit towards the pirates here. They might want to try it out. So, pirates. They're here in Goblins versus Gnomes, and rogues will probably be using them. So, alright, so that was all the rogue cards, and real quick I'm going to give you a quick snapshot of the rogue, and we're going to talk about it real quick here. Here are all the new rogue cards. We got 3 cards that synergize with mechs, pretty awesome. I did not talk about Gallywix yet. I probably should do that. Let me go back real quick. Here is Trade Prince Gallywix, the new rogue legendary. Very, very nice guy. Not really, he's greedy and stuff, but whenever your opponent casts a spell, gain a copy of it and give them a coin. It's like an Lorewalker Cho, much more bigger minion with a 5/8, and it will be giving coins away. Specifically these coins, and they will not trigger, by the way. You can't just keep coining out infinite cards. But yeah, Gallywix is like Lorewalker Cho, only he'll only be stealing your opponent's spells, not giving them any of them away, but he'll be giving coins away for those spells. Not bad, and I think he'll see a lot of use. So that was Trade Prince Gallywix, and here once again is all the rogue cards. They got a nice legendary. They're getting a little bit more emphasis on pirates. They got an ogre. They got a couple good spells. I like the stuff they have with mechs. Rogue overall, I think, is going to be really, really good in this expansion. In this new meta, I should say. Alright, next we're going to move on to the Shaman. We got a new Shaman weapon here. Every class that had weapons, by the way, is getting one new weapon added to their kit. And most of them have to do with mechs. One of them has to do with ogres. But the Power Mace. 3 cost for a 3 attack, 2 times swings. Power Mace. Death Rattle. Give a friendly mech +2/+2. So it's a mech card. You're going to want to play it in a mech deck. Great stats for what it is. And being able to pump a mech when it dies is pretty useful too. So, very nice new weapon. Alright, next we got a new totem, and I was actually really excited. I love totems, and I wanted a totem deck. I tried it, didn't work. I don't think it'll work yet, but I'm willing to give it a try for the Vitality Totem. 2 costs for a 0/3 totem, not bad. At the end of your turn, restore 4 health to your hero. I like this. I really do like this, and I think it'll see slight play, possibly. If you have a lot of taunts, so you're running a taunt heavy deck and you throw this down, it becomes a very prime target. Otherwise, your hero isn't going to die. So, it's a nice totem. I like it. Okay, next. Okay, so rogues are getting pushed on with pirates. Shaman are getting pushed on with something infinitely more annoying. Murlocs. We're getting a Shaman-specific Murloc. 4 costs for a 2/5 Overload 1. Whenever another friendly Murloc dies, draw a card. Yeah, that's a good Murloc. It's a really good Murloc. The fact that it's Shaman-specific means Blizzard wants us to play around with them. So, Murloc Shaman decks. And also, along with this Murloc, they're adding another Murloc to the game. A neutral one. Puddle Stomper. 2 costs for 3/2. Not bad. It means there are more Murlocs, and you can make a much larger Murloc deck now. But that's not all. The Shaman Legendary also has to do with Murlocs. Neptulon. Oh boy, the King of the Sea. 7 cost for a 7/7 Overload 3. Kind of painful. Battlecry, add 4 random Murlocs to your hand. Okay, Blizzard. You want us to do Murlocs? We'll do Murlocs. You'll nerf us in a month, but that's fine. We'll try it. We'll see how good it works. Shaman Murlocs, guys, they're not going to be those crazy death rattle things anymore. They might be, but they're going to be Murlocs out there. Be afraid of Murlocs. Be very, very afraid of Murlocs. Shaman's my favorite class, too, so I was kind of hoping it wouldn't do something like that to me. But so now we'll look at the Shaman cards here. We have some pretty good stuff for the Shaman. They got their new Murloc cards. They got an Ogre, which is pretty cool, with Wind Fury. They got a couple good spells. Well, one good spell. This one we'll have to wait and see. A new Totem. Couple good mech cards. 2 of them. Not bad. I think Shaman got some good stuff, and they definitely will be on the higher side, but I think the Murlocs are kind of going to weigh pretty heavy on that. Alright, next we're going to be going down to the Druids. Those of you that like Malfurion and the Druids. We got the Grove Tender is the first card here. 3 cost for a 2/4. Choose one, so another choice mechanic. Give each player a mana crystal, or each player draws a card. It's not bad. So you can either force a draw for each person, which isn't bad for the stats it is. It's a draw. Your opponent gets one too, but you're both getting one, so that's actually not that bad. Or give each player a mana crystal. That's... one sec. Talking for long periods of time hurts. Or you can decide to give each person a mana crystal to help speed up the game a little bit and get to those further turns. So, Grove Tender, nice card. It'll definitely see some Druid play here and there. Alright, next we got Recycle. This card, I'm not too sure it's going to see a lot of play, but it might. 6 cost, shuffle an enemy minion into your opponent's deck. So, it's not a destroy, and it's not a bounce, like a sap. It is instead a put back in the deck. So if they have something really bad and you don't want to see it again, potentially till the end of the game, you recycle it. It's gone, back in the deck. They could draw it again, they might not. But either way, it'll be interesting to see what this card can do. Next we got Dark Whispers. This one's another weird iffy card. 6 cost, choose one. Summon 5 wisps. Yeah, 0 cost, 1/1 wisps. Or give a minion +5/+5 and taunt this turn. I don't know. This one might be good. It might be. Either flood your field with minions. It's not like a Force Roar, so you can't attack with them the turn they come out. But you can either flood your field with minions, and you can... you can't play them with Sonaris. I was hoping that would be a good combo, but I guess not. Flood your field wisps, or give +5/+5 and taunt to something. +5/+5 taunt's pretty good for 6 mana, but having the option for the wisps too, I guess, is pretty good. So it's not bad. It's a good card. Let's see here. Then, oh, this one, Tree of Life. This spell is awesome, but Druids are gonna be able to stall. So guys, when you're playing against Druids now, I'm pretty sure they're gonna be running one of these because they can literally not care about their health at all until turn 9. You can have them way down low, and then all of a sudden, boom, they're back up to full health. Everyone on the field's back up to full health. The game just got delayed. So, Mill Druids? I don't know. But definitely a stalling card. You thought Ice Block was bad at stalling. This card. Alright, now we got their legendary. So, Druids are also getting something that Blizzard's trying to push onto them. Beasts. Yes, you heard me right. Beasts. So here is Malorn. Malorn is 7 cost for a 9/7 beast, but when he dies, he gets shuffled back into your deck. 7 cost for a 9/7 is amazing stats. And the fact that you could actually potentially get him again, that's very, very nice. I think this is the weakest of the archetypes that Blizzard's trying to mix with a class. They don't have that much that synergizes with beasts. I mean, there are enough neutral beasts to maybe warrant it, but they don't really have anything that buffs beasts in any way. So, I'm not too sure how well this is going to mesh really well. They are adding one more neutral beast, so here's a new neutral beast they added. The Lost Tall Strider. 4 cost for a 5/4 beast. It's good stats, you know, it's not bad. They're also getting the Druid of the Fang, which is a 7/7 if you have a beast on the field for, I think, 4 mana, which is really, really nice. That's pretty good synergy there. So Beast might see a little play from Druids. I'll make one to try it out. I'm gonna be making a lot of decks when this new thing comes out, but Beast Druids, they want to do it. It might happen. Okay, Warlocks. You can only guess what they're trying to push on Warlocks. The same thing they've been trying to push since Warlocks first came out. Demons. But unfortunately, demons just weren't good. They were inferior, and people just used their draw mechanic to make them into zoo decks and handlock decks. And unfortunately, but here we have a new demon that I think might change that. The Floating Watcher. Possibly the best demon they've created. 5 cost for a 4/4 demon. Whenever your opponent, or whenever your hero, takes damage on your turn, gain +2/+2. So, you play this guy, you use your hero power. He's now a 6/6 for 5 that you just played. You summon an imp. 1 cost does 3 damage to you. He gets another +2/+2. So for 8 mana, you just got yourself an 8/8 on the field. Well, 8/8 and 3/2 with the imp. And a card. Not bad. Floating Watcher is really good. He wants to make those cards. I don't think it's going to make Pit Lord more interesting, but it'll definitely make imps more appealing. So, yeah, Floating Watcher, awesome, awesome demon. I am happy that they got this card. But that's not all. They got more demons. They also got the Mistress of Pain. 2 cost for a 1/4 demon. Whenever this minion deals damage, restore that much health to your hero. They have health restore in a demon now. Awesome! This is a great card. You can pump it with Demon Fire. You can pump it with other things that affect demons, including a card I'm getting to in just a minute here. It looks really, really good, and I'm excited for this card. I really am. I am super, 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 super excited. So much fun. Oh, demons. I want to try. I want demons to be good. I really, really do. Next, we got a spell for them. 2 cost, deal 3 damage. Dark Bomb. Dark Bomb, it's another damaging option. They already have 1 cost for 1 damage. They have 1 cost for 4 damage. They have 3 costs for 4 damage to a minion only. This is 2 costs for 3 damage to anything. So, more spell options for Warlock. Not bad. I'm sure someone will use it. Next, we got the Implosion. It's a play on words, and that's where the comedy comes in. 4 cost for a... Plus, if you know that the reference to that. It's 4 cost for a deal 2 to 4 damage to a minion, and then summon a 1/1 imp for each damage dealt. And these imps are demons, so nice. It's 4 cost for 2 to 4 damage, which is cost effective. Even if you get 2 on there, you're still doing 2 damage and getting 2 on 1. So it can actually end up being very good. Plus, it pumps with spell power. It's damage, so spell power can pump it, which means you could potentially get more imps out of it. I like this. They're pushing demons in a good way, and I'm happy with that. Next, we got the Anima Golem. 6 cost for a 9/9 mech. At the end of your turn, destroy this minion. If it's your only one... Oh, if it's your only one. Okay, so 6 cost for a 9/9 mech is amazing, and it's godly. But if it's the only minion left at the end of your turn, it gets destroyed. So you want to play this in something where you'll have a lot of mechs in the field. It's a great card. It really is, and it'll go in all Warlock mech decks. So Mech Zoo, kind of, with Anima Golems. I like it. I like it a lot. As long as it's not the same zoo I've been seeing every day, I am okay with it. Alright, next we got Mal'Ganis here, the Legendary. Great card. 9 cost for a 9/7 demon. Your other demons have +2/+2, and your hero is immune. While this guy is on your field, your hero is immune to everything. To everything. Okay, well, it can be frozen, but... Actually, I don't think it can be frozen. I don't think you can target it when it's immune. But +2/+2 to all demons and immune hero. Demons are coming back in a big way. Well, they never actually came originally, so they are finally coming to us in a big way, and I am really happy about that. I just now realized I forgot to show you guys the Druid stuff. So let me back up just a little bit, rewind, whoop, and we're back to the Druid stuff. So Druid's got some nice stuff. They got 3 new spells. They only got 2 cards that have to do with mechs. They got a nice legendary, interesting extra Druid card, and the Druid the Fang kind of pushing beasts onto people. Interesting. I like it. Nice. Then the Warlock. We'll jump back forward here, and we're back at the Warlock. So they're getting a push on demons. They got a couple good mech cards, 2 of them, only 2. But they have 5 new cards having to do with demons. So hopefully these 5 cards will help demons survive and thrive, and I really hope they do. I would love to see demons come back. It would be amazing. Alright, so now we're moving on to the Warrior. Warrior is super fun, super exciting, and they have a Warbot. Yeah, I remember this guy. They actually had this as a Mountain Dew promotion, and it's a little pet you can get in World of Warcraft. But 1 cost for a 1/3 mech, enrage +1 attack. Great stats for what it is, and Warriors have no problem enraging their guys, so he could very easily pump up pretty easily, both with mech synergy and with, you know, just Warrior damage synergy, kind of. So not bad, Warbot. Next, we got the Siege Engine. More cards that have to do with armor. Once again, Warriors are the best with armor, and they're showing it. Ooh. Whenever you gain armor, this minion gains +1 attack. So, you play it for 5 costs for a 5/5, and then you armor up. It's a 6/5. And then you play Shield Barrier, or Shield Block, and then you play, there was another guy, Armor Smith, or whatever. This guy pumps up with armor, and that is really cool. Armor decks. Control Warrior armor decks. They are getting more powerful. It's okay, it's not that big of a deal. Next, we got a new warrior spell. So, because warriors didn't have enough destroy, let's give them another card that just instantly destroys something. Crush. 7 cost to destroy a minion. Kind of expensive, right? But, if you have a damaged minion, it costs 4 less. So that's 3 cost for a destroy. And warriors usually have some kind of damaged minion, or they could easily damage one of their own minions. So, 3 cost for a destroy minion. Possibly the best destroy minion card in the game right now. Just a little bit. I mean, Warlocks, or what is it? Rogues. Rogues is 5 cost. So, for a flat out destroy. So, it's nice. Warriors, don't leave their minions undamaged. They'll hurt you. They will. Alright. Now we got the Warrior Legendary. This is a cool mechanic, and I am really happy they put this guy in. The Iron Juggernaut. This was the 4th boss in the Siege of Orgrimmar raid. The Iron Juggernaut. Battlecry. Oh, 6 cost for a 6/5 mech. Battlecry, shuffle a mine into your opponent's deck. When drawn, it explodes for 10 damage. Yeah. That's Pyroblast. Boom! Just explosion. Really, really awesome. Here's a look at what the mine looks like. Pretty awesome. When you draw it, it explodes. You take 10 damage and draw a card. So you don't lose your draw, thankfully, but you will take 10 damage. Definitely a really, really cool card. It looks awesome. I thought about something with this card today, though. So 6 cost, right? You play a Juggernaut. Then you play a Youthful Brewmaster. Bounce him back in your hand. Next turn, play him again. You can do 2 Youthful Brewmasters, 2 Ancient Brewmasters. Youthful Brewmasters will be easier, but yeah. So you can actually put up to 5 of these in your opponent's deck. Yeah. I am really excited for the Iron Juggernaut. It's going to be awesome, and I forgot to turn the music back on. But Iron Juggernaut, so much fun. I look forward to it. Oh, this meta. You thought 30 cards from Nax were going to change everything? This is 128 cards. They're going to change everything. So many new decks. Okay, now let's take a look at the Warrior in overall. There are 8 new cards. They got a new weapon. Ogre Warmaul is great. They got 2 new cards having to do with mechs, which is great. Bouncing Blade looks like so much fun. Crush, overpowered, I think. 2 new cards that give armor that synergize extremely well together. And the Iron Juggernaut. Absolutely terrific cards that this Warrior is getting. Control Warrior is still going to be good, guys. It's still going to be really, really good. So let's move on to the next class. We got a couple more to do. We got the... Where am I at? Paladin. Paladin class. And here is a new Paladin spell. Seal of Light. 2 cost, restore 4 health to your hero, and give it 2 attack this turn. So it actually gives attack to your hero without a weapon. Or if they have a weapon, gives them more attack. Nice. It's an extra heal card. Paladins can always use more heals, right? Could be pretty cool. I like Seal of Light. I definitely like it. Then we got a mech card. Shielded Minibot. 2 cost for a 2/2 mech Divine Shield. For its stats, it is good, and it synergizes with mechs. Awesome. And now we got the Quartermaster. This guy is really, really good. 5 cost for a 2/5 Battlecry. Give your Silverhand recruits +2/+2. Silverhand recruits are those little 1/1s he summons with his hero power, and also using Muster for Battle, which I'll get to that in just a minute here. Actually, I can get to that right now. There's no other cards to reveal for the Paladin. There are only 3 left. So we'll jump over here to the Paladin real quick. So, Paladin has the Quartermaster now, but they also have Muster for Battle. So, you play Muster for Battle. You got your 3 1/1s. You play your hero power. That's 9 mana. That's 5 mana. And then you play this. Then all of a sudden you have 4 3/3s on the field for your full turn 10. That is awesome. Quartermaster is going to be great in kind of a small weenie deck with Musters for Battle. That is going to be awesome, and I can't wait to see what they got. Paladin's got another heal. They got a way to deal with Death Rattle. They only got 2 cards that have to do with mechs, unfortunately. But Boulevard Ford Dragon definitely leaves a new interesting mechanic. Their new weapon is pretty cool, too. All in all, I say Paladin. They got some good toys to play with. They definitely got some good toys. Alright, so next we're moving on to the Hunter. As if... I know, okay, so a lot of guys gave me crap because the Hunter was really, really good. And I did say they were going to be really good. I stand by that. They're going to be good. I know they are. But they got a couple more toys here. So let's not judge too quick. Cobra Shot. A new spell here. 5 cost, deal 3 damage to a minion and the enemy hero. So it'll hit the minion for 3, and then it'll bounce up, hit the hero for another 3. So that all together is 6 damage for 5 mana. Not bad. They can actually rush people down quicker and have more control. I see hunters using this a lot. So, good card. Next, their new weapon, the Glaive Zuka. Yeah. 2 costs for a 2/2 weapon. Battlecry, give a random friendly minion +1 attack. So, for 2 costs you get a 2/2 weapon, which isn't bad. You know, that's decent for a weapon. But also, when it comes out, a random friendly enemy minion will get +1 attack. So, for what it is, it's really good. It's a nice new weapon. Alright, next we got the Metal Tooth Leaper. The 3 costs for a 3/3 mech. Battlecry, give your other mechs +2 attack. There's your mech card right there, ladies and gents. It's actually the only mech card that hunters are actually getting. They're actually getting mostly beasts and the Death Rattle card, but yeah, I don't really see them using this all too much. But if they run a mech deck, they're definitely going to use. They're definitely going to put this in it. I mean, and all mechs having +2 attack when it comes out permanently, kind of scary. Every class is getting something to buff mechs, and this is theirs, so not bad. Next, we have their last card, the King of the Beasts. 5 costs for a 2/6 Taunt Battlecry. Gain +1 attack for each other beast you have. So, in order to make this guy useful, you have to have a lot of beasts in the field already. Either unleash the hounds first, but you have to have beasts in the field. Then when he comes out, he can come out potentially bigger. If you have at least 4 beasts in the field, he comes out as a 6/6 for 5. So, yeah, if you have at least 3 beasts in the field, he's already good for you. 3 beasts in the field, you play him, he's definitely value. And he can be more value. So, more great beasts for hunters. Yay. Alright, so let's look at the hunter overall. Here's what we got going on here. They got Glaive Zuka. It's a nice new weapon. They got 3 new spells, all of which I think are really good, and they'll definitely make the hunter much better, and I could see every hunter using at least one of these, if not 2 or 3 of them in all their decks. And then we have, let's see, only 1 card that has to do with mechs. Their beast card, 2 beast cards actually, with Gazrilla. God, talking for a long time like this really hurts. Remind me never to become a news anchor. So yeah, 2 new beast cards. They got their new Steam Weedle Sniper, which is pretty good, which can make Gazrilla, his name is hard to say, Gazrilla, really, really good. So, all in all, I'd say this looks like a great new set for the Hunter. They are going to be doing amazing in this new meta, and I say good for them, and I hope I don't have to play against them, but I probably will. Alright, so next we got the Mages. 2 more classes, guys. We're almost done. I apologize for the long video, but here we go. 3 costs for a 3/3 mech, spell damage +1. It's a mech, it does spell damage, it says Mage, it has Mage written all over it, so not a bad card. And next we got the Wee Spell Stopper. She's pretty cool. 4 costs for a 2/5. Adjacent minions can't be targeted by spells or hero powers. That's nice. I mean, adjacent minions. She's got a lot of health herself, so she can actually stay alive pretty quickly, and the things next to her can't be touched as long as she's on the field. So, for more minion-heavy mage decks, it's going to be pretty cool. Definitely be pretty cool. Oh, actually, if you put it between 2 mirror images, if they can't be targeted by spells or hero powers, making sure that people can't wipe them out. Of course, AoE can still do it, but still, not a bad card. Next, Echo of Medivh. You thought Duplicate was good? Look at this guy. 4 cost. Put a copy of each friendly minion into your hand. Put a copy of each friendly minion into your hand. You can gain up to 7 cards from this guy. The heck is that about? That's amazing. Rush Mage decks using Echo of Medivh, those are going to be really, really good. Like, oh my gosh. Echo of Medivh is a great card, and I guess mages want mages to play with more minions. I guess that's what Blizzard's telling us, right? Yeah. Alright. Next, we have their legendary card, the Flame Leviathan. I'm honestly not sure why this got a mage thing on it, but I'm okay with it. Ulduar was my favorite tier in all of World of Warcraft, so... 7 sauce, 7/7 mech. When you draw this, deal 2 damage to all characters. Still not sure how this guy works. If you draw him at the beginning of the game, does he just instantly explode and start each person off at 28 life? I don't know. But when you draw it, it's going to explode and do 2 damage to all characters. And you still get the 7 for 7/7 later on. Not bad, right? Not bad. It's... I guess it's worth a legendary. But it can hurt you too, so... If you're going to play this along with mechs, make sure they have lots of health, please. Alright, so mages. Let's take a look at what they got going on. They got some nice stuff. They got 3 new spells, all of which are pretty good. They only got 3 things. They've got 4 mechs, so they actually got more mechs than most of the other classes. So mech mage may be the way to go for most mechs, and I think they all have pretty high health actually, so... Honestly, they thought about it. Flame Leviathan will not be able to kill any of their mechs. If they're all at full health, that is. So that's not bad. They got nice spells. They got some interesting new toys. Goblin Blast Mage is great for mech synergy. Snow Chuggers, another freezing. Definitely, all in all, a really fun new mage set. And I look forward to playing around with these cards. I haven't actually enjoyed Mage that much recently, but I have to play it today for my daily, which I'm going to be doing right after I'm done with this video. 3 dailies, get them done, collect your cards. Okay, and finally, almost done. A few more cards and we're done. Priest. Priest got a few new toys here. Light of the Naru. 1 cost, restore 3 health. If the target is still damaged, summon a Light Warden. For those of you who don't know what a Light Warden is, it is that 1 cost for 1/2 that gets attack power whenever someone's healed. That is nice. That is really, really, really nice. And I think Light Warden... Actually, I think I can pull one up here real quick. Let me pop onto here. Always have Hearthstone open when you're doing these videos. If I can spell Light Warden right. There you are. Come on, Light Warden. There you are. So, it's a nice spell. And it gives the 3 health. It gives 3 health for 1 mana, which is great. You know, it's better than your hero power. And if the target's still damaged, you get one of these guys. And this is a permanent gain in health. So it's a free minion if you have things with lots of high health, which is already something priests have. And that's kind of something they're leaning towards right now with priests. Having priests have high health is really good. And or minions with high health. Because their legendary has something to do with that. And I'll get to that in just a second here. But this definitely is a fun card, I think. It will be. It will be. Yeah. Gift of the Naru with Light Wardens. So much fun. So much fun indeed. Okay, next we got the Shadow Boxer. Once again, they're trying to make healing mages, or healing priests, an actual viable class that can deal damage. This guy is going to help with that. 2 costs for a 2/3 mech, great stats. Whenever a character is healed, deal 1 damage to a random enemy. I like that. I like that a lot. So, you play him, and say you got 4 minions in the field that got some damage on them, whenever a character is healed. Ooh, I actually like that even better. Healing Circle, you could potentially do tons of damage. Actually, you don't want to do that because you don't want to heal them and then do damage to them. This one's going to take some thinking and careful concentration, but it could be very useful. Lots of fun. Next, we got the Shadow Bomber. 1 cost for a 2/1 Battlecry, deal 3 damage to each hero. Speeding up the game a little bit, dealing 3 damage. Well, why not? They already have Mind Blast, so what? Maybe a kind of a rushy priest, sort of. It's very much a possibility. For what it is, it's worth the mana. It's got value. So, we'll see how it gets some use. Next, we got a new spell for them, Light Bomb. Light Bomb, 6 cost, deal damage to each minion equal to its attack power. Every minion on the field is going to punch itself in the face. And I can see some situations where this will be very nice to have in your hand. So I don't know if it gets buffs to spell power or not. I don't think it will, but it might. So it looks like a good card. Light Bomb. Lots of fun. And finally, the Priest Legendary, Vol'jin. Vol'jin looks like so much fun. 5 costs for a 6/2 Battlecry. Swap health with another minion. It's not a it's a swap, so it's not something you could silence off, I imagine. So you have the Blade Masters, right? They got 7 health. Play this guy, swap that attack and health. You're fine. Oh wait, holy crap! I just I can't even talk because I just got so excited. I just figured something out cool. This will swap with enemy minions too. So you play Vol'jin, and you steal that 8/8 tree that's in front of you. You take its health, and you become a 6/8, and it's a 8/2. Oh, Vol'jin, Priest finally has a legendary that we can use. I know Vol'jin's not really a priest in the game; he's a shadow hunter, but yeah, it's cool. It's cool. Vol'jin, you're a lot of fun, and I love you. New leader of the Horde you're looking at right there, so lots of fun. Let's take a look at the priest and see what they got. All their new toys. So we got the Shrinkmeister. Awesome new card. Gives -2 attack to a minion for a turn. That's a new mechanic. Haven't seen it before. Great with Spell of Velen's Chosen. They got 2 cards that have to do with mechs. Not too bad. All in all, I think they'll have some decent mech synergy. Vol'jin's an amazing legendary. Some awesome other spells, and they got some fun toys to play with. I think are going to help enhance the cards they already have. So yeah, priests are getting some love, definitely, and a lot of their cards are pretty cheap. So yeah, we'll see the priests. So without holding you guys up any farther, thank you for sticking with me for this hour, however long this video was. I don't even know. I won't know until I stop the video. But Goblins vs. Gnomes comes out this Monday. I will try to do videos every day of the week if I can, on top of my Heroes of the Storm coverage. Be excited, guys. It's Goblins vs. Gnomes. The meta is going to shift. You're not going to be seeing the same decks every single time, which I absolutely get sick and tired of seeing the same decks every single time. I mean, you see a Rogue, it's a Miracle deck. You see a Warlock, it's either Zoo or it's Handlock. You see a Shaman, it's going to be a Death Rattle deck. You get a little sick of that after a while. So, Goblins vs. Gnomes, everything is changing. Be hyped, be excited. I am. Let's play some cards. It's time to duel. Thank you for watching, guys, and have a terrific day. Spend lots of money on Hearthstone for Blizzard. They deserve it.